And hello, hello. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Teresa Cantley, and I am a business consultant, and I work with local business owners. And today I wanted to hop on in here because, as I've talked before, right now everybody is working on strategic planning for 2022, setting your goals, setting your plan, looking at what worked, what didn't work, and adjusting so that you can build what you're going to do next year and even beyond that. And the one thing that I wanted to talk about today, and it's becoming so prevalent, just, what's happening in the employment arena right now, with people leaving their jobs and coming back to their jobs, and people struggling to find employees and retain them. I wanted to talk about this thing called company culture. You hear it a lot. It's kind of it's a word that's out there. It's been out there forever and ever. Amen. And looking at the definition of it, what we can say is that really it's a shared set of values, goals, attitudes, and practices that characterize an organization and really dictate how people feel about the work that they're doing, as well as where they believe the company is going and their part in where the company is going in that future that the company is trying to build. And this is something when we talk about company culture, it's something that a lot of business owners think, well, I'm a small business. I don't need that company culture. I'm small, it's just 3 of us or 4 of us. And the truth is that I don't care if you're a company of 2 or 1 or you're a company of 1,000, you need to have a culture. You need to understand and define what that culture is. Because as I read that, more formal definition, it really sets that attitude within the company, how people behave, what's accepted, what's not accepted, and really what you want that rhythm to be in your business. What that rhythm is that you want that is going to bring together your most important key stakeholders, your employees, okay, with the vision that you have for your business, what your vision is, and how then you present that to your community, to your customers, to the public, and so on. So the thing is that, as I said, your culture really dictates the way that people feel about their work. Okay. And there's three things that I like to look at when we are defining company culture. First of all, is to really define what your core values are. Okay. And it's not just about defining what they are for the business, but also taking time to understand, okay, really understand what your employees, what they value, what their core values are. Okay. And really understand what's important to them. There is an exercise that I run my clients through where we go through defining the core values of a business and then understanding what the core values are for each individual employee, what's important to them, what their top core value is, and then how the two align, how the two connect and come together. Okay. So the first thing is when you are determining what you want to define your company culture to be, is first and foremost, you got to understand what is important to the company. Okay. What are those values that really dictate attitude, behavior, work ethic, work in general? Okay. What are those core values, those things that are important? Okay. So that's number 1. Number 2 is obviously, okay, these are kind of, general things. Really understanding what the vision is of your business. Okay. Understanding what that vision is, that bigger vision, that future vision that you're trying to create. All right. Because again, not only do you want to understand what and define what the core values are for the business, but also understand what the core values are for each individual employee and how the two come together and align. But then also understand really what it is that you're trying to achieve. Okay. A business without a vision is like driving a car without a steering wheel. I mean, or building a house without a blueprint. All right. It is your GPS. So not only do you need to understand what that is, but your employees need to understand what that is as well. All right. So our vision is the future that we want to create. Our core values are who do we want to be? All right. The third one is your mission. Okay. Who are you today? What does your business do today? All right. And really making sure that you are fully communicating this out to your employees. All right. And it's a piece that a lot of people think that when you communicate your vision, you do it once. It's like set it and forget it. And the truth is you have to communicate it time and time and time again. Okay. Because you want people to really get to the point where it's like you live it and breathe it. All right. They really feel a part of creating that bigger future. All right. Plus, they just have clarity, and clarity is power. They have clarity on what is it that you're trying to accomplish? What is it that you're trying to build? All right. So, the three things that you really want to focus on are what are your core values, as well as what are the core values that your employees care about, like what's important to them. Okay. Because if it's important to them, it's important to the company, and the two are aligned, it just makes things harmonious. All right. As well as what is the vision? What is that bigger future that you're trying to create? And making sure that your employees understand what that is. The third thing is making sure that they understand what the mission of the business is. Okay. What is that mission? Who are you today? All right. Who are you and how you're showing up? Okay. So making sure that you have those three things fully defined. All right. So from there, what ends up happening with the when you're defining your company culture is that I like to think of it in, and I wish I could figure out how to draw on here, but I have a framework that I like to teach. Okay. And there's three things or four things that really create a good company culture. Okay. And if you have these four things when you're creating your company culture, it actually then gives you three key pieces that will connect your most important key stakeholders, your employees, with customers in your business. All right. When I teach about building an experience in your business, a lot of people think it starts on the outside, and it doesn't. It starts on the inside with your employees. So the more you can have a company culture that is healthy and wealthy, okay, and I don't mean necessarily monetarily, but healthy and wealthy. All right. The more you have that, the more people will be happy, and the more we have happy employees that really care about what they're doing, it will then push outside to your community, to your vendors, to your customers, to fellow business owners that are around you, so that you end up drawing more people to you. All right. So these four things are number one, communication. You need to have very, very, very good, consistent communication. The second one is diversity. Diversity in backgrounds, diversity in experiences, diversity in people, okay? Because that diversity and those diverse experiences, when they come together, they build the third piece, which is innovation. Okay? All of those different experiences and backgrounds and things come together and build innovation. And the last piece is conviction. And when we have conviction, we believe what we do. We know what we do. We know we're good at what we do, and we believe it, and we speak it, and we live it, and we breathe it. Okay. So, those four things, when they come together in your company culture, number one, you give people purpose. Okay. You give people purpose. They understand the purpose of the business, but they also understand their purpose and how they're going to help the business get to where it wants to go. They also understand their purpose so they can make a bigger impact with each other, okay? Respecting each other, as well as making a bigger impact on the outside with customers, your community, your vendors, okay? So, number one is purpose. Number two, it gives us those values. It allows for a team, okay, to be self-led, to be high growth. And since they understand their purpose, they can make a higher impact. Okay. Higher impact, high growth, self-led. They have the autonomy to make decisions. They are empowered to make decisions, and they're also empowered to do the things that they need to do. All right. Number three is it gives people goals and things to work towards. All right. And when we have goals and we have things to work towards, it allows people to level up their skills. All right. When you have goals, it allows you to level up your skills. All right. I have seen many, many, many organizations where employees don't have those goals that they're working towards. They don't have, they set annual goals for them, of an annual goal of you need to have better time management. And then that's it. They don't ever talk about it ever again. But when you are setting goals that relate to purpose and take into account the values that are important to everyone, we have goals that actually make sense. We have goals that we can actually achieve. We have goals that we can set milestones around. Okay. So when we bring all of these pieces together, we bring together the connection. We bring together diversity in backgrounds, diversity in people, diversity in experiences. When we bring together innovation and we bring together conviction, okay, that is when we can give people purpose, understand the values and what's important, and also achieve bigger goals. So, if you're working on your strategic plan, make sure that you take these things into account. Make sure that you are taking time to really define what is the culture that you want to create in your business. What is the culture that you want to create that makes an environment, that creates an environment that is healthy and wealthy? People care about what they do. They understand their bigger purpose in the environment. They treat each other with respect. They have connection. They have communication, they have conviction, because from there, you will be able to scale your business faster because everybody will be moving in the same direction, which is a big thing in businesses if you have dysfunction and you have people, this side is doing this and this side is doing this, and it's not all coming together. That's when you have dysfunction, and that's when you have businesses that go backwards and fail. So take time today to figure out, to determine what you want your company culture to be based on definition and based on those three key things that you want to have your business culture. When you're defining it, you want it to represent, which is purpose, what is important to your people, your values, and how can you set and achieve bigger goals. All right. Have a great rest of your week. And if you are looking to get started on your strategic plan for 2022, let me know. Send me a message and let's get on a call. Let's just connect on a call and figure out like what's happening right now. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? And then I can start helping you get some next steps that will be right for you. All right. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.